Thank you, Matt. So the voucher program in item FC is modeled similar to IHS FC. We have 3 cycles through the year. We seek to receive an application and have it reviewed within 2 weeks and the results approved by our internal advisory board and executive committee, and then have it funded within a couple of weeks after that. And so the award types, I'll elaborate on these in a slide or two further along, but we have 3 levels of funding. And these are fundings of small, medium, large vouchers. $1,500 is a cap for the small, $5,000 for the medium, and $10,000 for the large. And I'll elaborate on what the goal for each of these fundings is. So within U of L, we have a rich shared resource facility core system. Some of the cores are true shared resource cores, some are research cores, but in a large part, individual investigators don't often know what's available out there. They may not even know exactly how to implement this into their research. And so the CIEHS, when we assembled this particular facility core, we brought in individuals from these subject matter areas: proteomics, environmental metals, metabolomics, microbiomics, exposure assessment, and genomics. And these individuals, we don't play a real prominent role in what goes on, but we act as kind of ombudsman to help people integrate these experiments into their research, provide advice on how to design these experiments, and provide advice maybe on interpretation of the data. So whenever you come for an item FC research voucher application, your application is necessarily going to include one of these cores or more of these cores in that application. If for some reason, as an environmental health science researcher, what you need to access is not available on campus, we will work with you to identify off-core locations that we can support so that we can expand the repertoire of approaches for environmental health science study. So our small voucher is geared more towards response to reviewers. So you're an EHS researcher or somebody that wants to get into the field. You've submitted a manuscript for review or a grant for review. You didn't get accepted or approved. You got the study section comments back, the reviewer comments back. There was a critique that said, you need X, Y, or Z. You work with us, we work with you. We identify what we're able to do, what we can support, what we can achieve. And we can support that up to $1,500 to defray the cost so that we can help move you along towards getting funded or getting published. Our medium voucher award is more for new directions, to bring in new investigators into the field or help established investigators maybe change their investigational line. So you need some data to support a new hypothesis or to develop a new project. That's what we call a new direction voucher or a medium voucher, and that's up to $5,000. And so that doesn't reach near the level of an R21 or R01, but it is enough to get you some critical information to establish feasibility and to develop your hypotheses. And then the last category, which is the less frequently awarded, but it's to support our U of L NIEH base. So this P30 award, a critical component of receiving it was the base of NIEHS funded researchers. And so, as you know, when you get a grant awarded, that budget typically gets cut. And sometimes that requires you to make adjustments in your research design to, you end up eliminating maybe a study arm. So we want to help power your research so that you're able to achieve that end and achieve those original goals.